Virginia Beach leaders get the pitch for a new pro sports arena. The city council heard Comcast Spectacor's plan to build an arena that would seat more than 18,000.
Comcast Spectacor says it will bring more than 1,200 jobs to the area, but there are two big questions. How much will it cost, and who's going to pay for it? 10 on your side's Andy Fox joins us now from outside City Hall. Andy, how did this proposal go over?
Well, you know, it went over well except for those 2 points, and that's what the opponents of this, or at least the skeptical folks of this, are concerned about. Who's going to pay for it and how much will it cost? Now, earlier I went one-on-one with Comcast Spectacor's Peter Luco. He agreed to a 25-year lease. This was video inside at the council chambers when the presentation was made. He agrees to a state-of-the-art 18,500-seat arena. Comcast Spectacor cannot guarantee a professional sports team, but the level of interest is strong on their part, he says. Governor Bob McDonnell, by videotape, said the time is right. 3 million fans are in the Hampton Roads area if you include Richmond. At the amphitheater, this is important, 18% of the tickets sold there apparently are sold in Richmond. Luco predicts 200-plus events annually. There were no solid numbers on how much this will cost taxpayers. I went one-on-one with Peter Luco and asked him about how much does this cost taxpayers.
How does Comcast Spectacor, what are you all proposing on how to help pay to build the arena?
At this point, if you see the presentation today, it was very preliminary. You know, when you build an arena of this magnitude, you begin with, you know, is there a viable project? You do some research, then you put together operating pro formas, you put together, you know, construction costs. So at this point, I think if you look at what Warren wanted to do here today was report to council that, listen, we're in these initial stages, we're putting together a team, and we'll report back to you when we have all the facts and figures. So at this point, this was not a negotiation. It was really an update on that this looks like it potentially could be a very, very viable project in a very viable market.
No one grilled this project stronger than this man, Councilman Bill DeSteff. The big question, how much will it cost and who's going to pay for it? You don't have the answer to either.
Not to either, but I do have an estimate on how much it's going to cost. It should be right over $350 million by their initial estimates.
What is your concern about not knowing exactly where we're going? Do you buy the fact that this is a step in the process of figuring that out?
Well, they've been working on this for 18 months. So in 18 months, this is the first time it's coming to us. That tells me they're going to try to cram something through. I'm not comfortable with that. We're supposed to go with any project over $10 million out to referendum so the people can decide if that's where they want to spend taxpayer money. This looks like one they may try to go around that process, and I certainly hope we don't do that.
Yeah, you asked them, you said, what about a referendum? And they said it's too late. Of course, we had the light rail referendum on there, but that had to be approved a few months ago.
Well, actually, the mayor said that he thought that would be a good idea. He didn't say that was too late. Our director of economic development said it might be too late because they have to make a decision in 60 days. If that's the case, then they should have brought it to us 18 months ago.
Yeah, you're concerned about the way this has all been unveiled to you.
Exactly. It's like the little secret project, and now it looks like something they're going to try to cram down our throats or the taxpayers' throats. Now, on the other hand, if they're going to pay for it with private money,
which they aren't,
private developers are going to do it,
which they
support
aren't.
it. Well, we're not sure of that yet. We haven't seen that yet.
You don't see that, though, do you?
I don't see this in the long term. I see they may try to do an end run and try to run this through the Development Authority, bypass the bond referendum process, and I can't support that.
Bottom line for taxpayers, what's your message?
If the taxpayer has to pay for it, we've got other more important bills that come first.
Yeah, you're saying teachers, firefighters,
and
police. $1.5 billion in unfunded road improvements.
$1.6 billion in local unfunded road improvements.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councilman Bill DeSteff. Thank you. You can see no one was out, guys, fighting harder against this than Bill DeSteff. So we're going to see exactly where these issues come down. How much is it going to cost? And who's going to pay for it? Coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 to 5:30, Bill DeSteff, one-on-one. He was confronting the city worker in there who was coming up with the numbers, the economic developer. He was confronting him and saying, what about the numbers? What about the numbers? My colleague Jason Marks has that coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 to 5:30. Guys, back to you.